My childhood has been a very important stage of my life because it was where I created my most beautiful happy memories. Throughout my childhood, I used to live in Apache Junction, Arizona, my hometown that still remains in my memory and in my heart. I will never forget my home where my family and I used to live for 7 years. We used to live in a 2-room trailer home in a lovely trailer park surrounded by friendly neighbors that soon enough became friends. Our home was small, but it was not the size that mattered because it was the feeling of how we made that trailer our very own home, and we lived very happy. I can still feel the pain from 11 years ago when we suddenly had to leave our home and move on to Mexico. It was something very unexpected, and I was only 8 years old by that time, and I was too young to understand why we had to move on to Mexico. But regardless of what happened, I can still relive those moments of my home in my mind. Like when my brothers and I used to perform little talent shows in the living room in front of my parents. They would get amazed by the little talents that we had hidden. My sister and I used to share a bedroom together. My mother had this big obsession with decorating our bedroom, and so we had this Mickey decoration all over. I remember I was happy because I had a big bed, and it was considered to be my favorite place in the whole house. In our neighborhood, we used to have a pool where my mother used to take me and my brothers every evening. We used to love to go swimming. It was one of our favorite things to do after we got bored in our home. But sometimes we would just rather take long walks around the neighborhood. It was fun. It was fun to have some chill time with my mom and just talk about some things while we were walking around. My favorite thing to do in my old home was to spend some time in the outside porch. It was my favorite thing to do. I used to play with my scooter, with my bike. I used to have a lot of toys. I had this little big kitchen outside. I used to love to play with my sister outside with my brothers, even though sometimes I used to play by myself. But my mother was always watching me. And sometimes my neighbors came by and I used to play with them. I remember I had this car that my dad bought me and a bike, and my sister had this little motorcycle, and we would ride it around the trailer park. It was fun, and it was one of my best memories as a child. As a child, my brothers and I used to love and wait for my dad to come home. It was such a happy moment when my dad used to get home and we would all be together. As a family, we were very united. We would love to do things as a family. We loved each other very much, and I enjoyed spending time with my family. 3 months ago, my sister and I got the opportunity to visit our home, the place where we grew up as children, where we were living happily. It was heartbreaking to see the place, how different it was, but at the same time, I felt the happiness and the feeling of how we used to live there. It was heartwarming. If there is something that I have learned through the years living here in Mexico, it's that it's not the place what makes us feel like home, because it's us as a family that we make the place feel like home. As we grow up, we know that life is always changing, and every day we are constantly making new memories. I will always remember my old home and where I came from, and I will never forget the happy child I was when I was living in my old home.